Sheridan Whiteside, critic, wit, radio orator, intimate friend of the great Neargrate, last week found his celebrated wit no weapon with which to combat an injured hip. Mr. Whiteside, trekking across the country on one of his annual lecture tours, met his Waterloo in the shape of a small piece of ice on the doorstep of Mr. and Mrs. Ernest W. Stanley of Messalia, Ohio. Result: cancelled lectures and disappointment to thousands of adoring clubwomen in Omaha, Denver, and points west. Further result: the idol of the airways rests until further notice in the home of surprised Mr. and Mrs. Stanley. Possibility Christmas may be postponed this year. Local factory owner and businessman Mr. Ernest Stanley owns a beautiful home close to all the town amenities. So, Mr. Whiteside will at least be comfortable, and after a hectic few weeks on the first part of his tour, may well enjoy the rest afforded by this unfortunate accident.
Trapped like a rat in this hellhole.
Mr. Whiteside has been attended by local physician Dr. Bradley, a fine, upstanding man who's been serving the community for 40 years.
Dr. Bradley is the greatest living argument for mercy killing.
He's been aided by Miss Preen, an experienced nurse who's worked at the Messalia General Hospital.
Go and read the life of Florence Nightingale and learn how unfitted you are for your chosen profession.
As always on his nationwide tours, Mr. Whiteside has at his side indispensable secretary, Miss Margaret Cutler.
You are tied to me with an umbilical cord made of piano wire.
Miss Cutler has worked for him for the past 10 years and is having to manage the extraordinary number of letters, telegrams, and parcels that arrive daily from all over the world. Among the presents Mr. Whiteside has received for Christmas from his adoring fans and his dear friends are a crate of penguins and a genuine Egyptian mummy case. Messalia is delighted by the prospect of 6 weeks with Sheridan Whiteside in town as he recuperates. Local residents are hoping that once he's feeling a little stronger, he might be well enough to undertake a short reading or two.
A. Messalia is a town of irresistible charm. And B. I cannot wait to get out of it.
The presence of Sheridan Whiteside has meant the arrival of a whole host of celebrities in the small town as they visit their famous friend. Beverly Carlton, the English writer and actor, came for a flying visit on his way home to London from Hollywood.
Don't tell me how you are, Sherry dear. I want none of the tiresome details. I only have a little time, so the conversation will be entirely about me, and I shall love it.
The glamorous actress Lorraine Sheldon arrived wearing the most magnificent fur coat and looking every inch the star. Miss Sheldon is adding a real touch of New York glamour to its Mansion House Hotel.
Sherry, my sweet! Oh, darling, look at that poor, sweet, tortured face.
Whilst Mr. Whiteside's slip on an icy doorstep may not been an ideal way to get the idol of the airwaves to spend longer in this little town, Messalia is delighted to have such world-famous and much-loved figure of our time in its midst.
Dear God, will this drivel never stop?
Come and meet Sheridan Whiteside and see the full story here in the Barn Theatre, 6th to the 9th of December 2017.